Hey, how's it going? This is gonna be coffee chats. Should I do this tracking my face? So I'm gonna be right here. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I just got here. There's an event going on at Para today. Actually, let me show you around. And wait, come back to me. This segment here of the channel is gonna be called Coffee Chats, where I'm just gonna chat with you about anything that I want. Is this better? Yeah, I think this is better. And it's gonna be called Coffee Chats. So I'm at Para right now. Let's go back. You see, I helped decorate the place and get ready for the wedding that is happening here today. I don't know why this is on the floor. Let me adjust this. But it's gonna be really fun. The place is looking beautiful. We're gonna have food in here. We're gonna have a small ceremony out here. Look, isn't this so cool and pretty and beautiful? Look at my reflection. I'm gonna go back in here. It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited. We closed today. We're closed for the public today. Look, little mirror. What up? Para sharing spaces and experiences. And then in there, it's gonna be where we're gonna have like the guests come in and sign like the book, the guest book. Look, another mirror. Thank you. Kindly sign the guest book. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, this is what's going on today. Today is May 30th. May 30th of 2026, the year of the future. But yeah, this is gonna be coffee chats. I'm excited. I don't really have a script or anything that I want to talk about it in specifically, but I am gonna. Wait, can you recognize my face again? My face? Detect my face? Alright, you're tracking my face now, correct? Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's gonna be coffee chats. Coffee chats. Is that like a silly name? Is that a silly name? Maybe. It probably is, but it's okay. I love drinking coffee. I love making coffee. Today I'm gonna make a coffee from Onyx Coffee Lab. It's geometry. It's half Colombia, half. It's a mix between a blend, I guess you should say, between Colombia and Ethiopia. What the heck, bro? Hey, little bro. I'm just gonna subject lost. Yeah, you can tell, bro. Let me just do this, bro. Let me adjust you here. It's probably hurts the spectator. It's a little higher. Yeah, this is good. You see right here? You see my hand? No, so you can't. So if I go here, you would. So I'm gonna go here. I usually do it over here on the side, but it's okay. I have my kettle with water. And I was watching a video yesterday about this Brazilian guy who goes to different coffee shops and he just tries them. And he was very, very insightful. I'm not like him. I'm not trying to be like him. I'm trying to be more like me, you know? What if I put like here? Yeah. And let's see, what do I want to say here on Coffee Chats today? I do want to say Congratulations, João Fonseca. João Fonseca. People saying João really pisses me off, bro. Like, they don't know how to say your name. They just say it wrong, and they don't care. That pisses me off really bad. It doesn't really make me mad, but whenever it's a name like João, it's not João Fonseca. It's João. I was watching a guy yesterday, and he was talking João. That made me so mad, bro. Like, just learn how to say the name. Learn how to say the freaking name, bro. Don't be so ignorant. Anyways, João Fonseca beat arguably one of the best tennis players in history, Novak Djokovic. He beat him on a 5-hour match. Isn't that insane? They played for 5 hours straight. And that's just wild, bro. Like, they played 5 hours of tennis straight, non-stop, just going against each other. And I think he was down. I think João was down, and he came back. He's the second player to ever do that, and he's 19. He's 19 years old, bro. That was so impressive. And that gives me lots of strength, you know. It gives me lots of hope. He represents me, bro, because I'm from Brazil. And seeing a guy that is 19 challenging the best in the world, the best in history, arguably, and winning, just gives me so much strength, you know. It helps me to keep going. And I was thinking, you know, about Brazilians, bro. We are different. And lots of merit to him too, because he's not supposed to be there, bro. That kid's not supposed to be there, you know. Any Brazilian that is anywhere in the world, they're not supposed to be there. They're supposed to become the statistic, you know. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to stay in Brazil and, you know, live in the favelas and work a stupid job that's not gonna pay him anything. He's not supposed to win a match against the best in the world, you know. And these Brazilians that do great things, they inspire me, bro. Every time that there's a Brazilian playing, every time that there is a Brazilian competing, every time that there's today, the Champions League final, that's another example too. Champions League final, it's gonna be well, first, before I keep going, this is my grinder. Really cool. But Champions League final, Arsenal against PSG. Let me grind this before I keep talking. This is going to be very loud. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. This is not going to be a separate segment of my channel. It's just gonna be episode 2, Coffee Chats. You know? The water is ready. Come on now, this is a workout. Almost there. I'm talking about Brazilians being great, by the way. I'll go back to that in just a second. Filter. But it's Coffee Chat, so we're also going to talk about coffee. Here we go. Filter in. Pre-infuse the filter. So it removes all the paper flavor. And whenever you're pulling your shot. I was going to say whenever you're pulling a shot. Whenever you're extracting your coffee, you don't want any of the flavors to be in the paper, to be lost in the paper. That's why you pre-infuse the filter, you know. But there we go. Almost. All right. Perfect. 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 So, Brazilians are elite, bro. Everywhere they go, they're elite. Today, there's going to be the Champions League final at 11. PSG versus Arsenal. Both of their captains are from Brazil. Marquinhos and Gabriel Guimarães. Gabriel Guimarães? Yes. Arsenal's captain is from Brazil. And Marquinhos is from Brazil, who's PSG's captain. Getting distracted here because I gotta do this. I gotta dump the water too. Did I dump the water already? Yeah. Actually, let me do this first and then I'll keep going. Here. Let's. What are you doing, camera? Look back at me. Just looked over. Super weird. Pushing the joystick. Okay. To go further. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I like this. Point of view. Here. Yeah. No. Here. Is this it? Is this the spot? Here. Right here. Whoa. That was crazy. Here. Let's do a pour over. I love making pour overs, by the way. Pour overs are my favorite. Okay. Let's go. This is the bloom. But yeah, as I was saying, Brazilians are elite, bro, at what they do. Arsenal has a Brazilian captain, Gabriel. Marquinhos is the captain of PSG. They're both in the Champions League final. And to Americans, that doesn't really mean anything, you know? That means, like, oh yeah, big deal. But every European country, bro, every European country in modern history, their heroes are Brazilians. Their heroes are Adriano, Ronaldo Fenômeno, Ronaldinho, Kaká, you know, Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Marcelo, Daniel Alves, Casemiro. All of the best players in the world, bro. All of the best in the world. The champions. The big dogs. They're from Brazil. That's what they're from, bro. And all they do is win. That's all they do, bro. They go out there. Well, that's not all they do because it's hard to win, you know? But they compete. They compete and they go out there and they do their best, you know? They give their all. They go out there and they compete at a high level. You know, they try to get better every day. They obsess. And they go out there and they play with heart, with grit. Water, hydration this is so good. Para, shout out Para. You see? Well, now that we've done the extraction here, let's go back to the regular setup. I'm gonna go back over here to this side, just let it drain. But yeah, that's what I was thinking, and it's not just it. And here's why it's relevant that he's from Brazil, that I'm from Brazil, and like, oh, he said Brazil so many times. We are not supposed to be there. We're supposed to become statistics. Brazilians are supposed to like, accept that you're not a first world country and that you're not gonna have a chance and that everyone's better than you, and like that's not what any of those guys did. They always just challenge the status quo. That's what they do, bro. In all, like for example, in Formula One, Ayrton Senna, he is the best in history. Lewis Hamilton, his idol is Ayrton Senna. His favorite racer of all time is a Brazilian guy. Because he was thorough. He'd go for he would win, bro. He would try to go for the win. He'd try to go for the hard moves, and he didn't care if he crashed. He didn't care that his life was on the line. He was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna win. He wanted to win more than anything, bro. And that's what Brazilians have, a desire to win. We have a desire to win, a desire to be the best, to compete. There's a drive, there's hard work, there's a drive, there's a word in Portuguese that is equivalent to grit, which is garra, raça, and that's what we have as Brazilians, bro. And dude, I just love supporting Brazilians wherever they are, bro. Whatever they're doing, whatever it is that they put their mind to, whatever it is that they're invested in, whatever it is that they're doing, we are the best in the world at what we do. Not because, and I'm not saying that in a arrogant way. It does sound arrogant, like, oh, you're the best in the world at what you do. Do you know how big the world is? But if I don't think like that, bro, people are just gonna walk all over you. If you don't think like that, have you never, bro, Draymond Green? I'm gonna pull it up here on YouTube Shorts. Draymond Green. Quote about being the best. Listen to this. Wait. Pause.
If you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already. So if you don't have the mindset that you are the best reporter ever, then you already failed. And that's been my mindset since I can remember. That will be my mindset as long as I can remember anything. That I am the best ever at what I do. And every day that I step on the basketball floor, I will strive to be that. But my mindset will always be as such, as I am the best to do what I do. If you don't have...
That is something that I've believed since I was 7. Since I was 8 years old. There's a Brazilian guy, his name is Kaká. I remember Kaká in 2008 winning the Ballon d'Or over Messi and over Ronaldo. Bro, kids these days, they think that Messi and Ronaldo are the peak. Imagine the last guy that beat him when they were coming up, when they're good. Kaká. Kaká won the Ballon d'Or, which is the best player in the world. MVP of the world in 2008. And after I saw Kaká, and he's a Christian man. Kaká. Look. This is in 2008. Right? Kaká. That's him. The last Brazilian. He's the last Brazilian to win the Ballon d'Or in 2008, 2007. Look. And after I remember this moment when... Bro, there's not, I don't know where it is, but there's a side by side with like Kaká, Messi, and Ronaldo.
Did you know how Kaká won the Ballon d'Or in...
Dude, after, here, look, Kaká. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bro, anyways, my point is, when I was 7 years old, I remember that moment of Kaká getting the Ballon d'Or. He played for my team. He played for São Paulo. And then he became the best in the world. Bro, after that moment on, that's all I wanted to be, bro. I wanted to be the best in the world. I just wanted to be the best in the world. Anything and everything that I do, that's what I wanted to do. It didn't matter what I was doing. I wanted to be the best in the world. You know, I think that's the power of of a role model in a way. And I mean, I played soccer. I wasn't as good as some of those guys, but I think I faced an injury, an ankle injury. Anyways, that's not the point. I gave my all, bro. I did. I gave it my all. And at a point I realized, I don't think I want to play football, soccer for the rest of my life. And I wanted to drum. I wanted to be the best drummer. I wanted to be the best drummer in the world. And then I started drumming, Well, I've been drumming since I was 10. I haven't had coffee, by the way. But that's kind of what happened. Not kind of what happened, but that's how I've been thinking. That's how I think, I want to be the best in the world at what I do. Simple. And then I also have a few phrases that I live by, that I was working on my way here. Water is so good. Oh my goodness. And I think it's all about the mind. Because people around you, they're not going to believe in you. People around you, they're not going to care. They're not going to give you any credit. They're not going to say, oh yeah, you're going to be the best in the world. No. Heck no. They're going to doubt you. They're going to think you're being funny. They're going to think you're not going to make it. They're going to think all kinds of things. But it's up to you to do something that you want to do and go out there and get it for yourself, bro. Go out there and get it for yourself. Bro, this camera is really cool. And I have, since last year I went to a camp called KAA, Kids Across America, and it was amazing. No, it was not amazing. That's a lie. It was hard. It was really hard. I wanted to quit. But instead of quitting, I made a 40 daily affirmations, so that I'd be able to go through the summer. And this is not it. This is a different thing. But I have some phrases here that I wanted to share. Let's go. These are things I want to remember every day. Things I need to be reminded of every day. Here we go. Wait, this is not it. Here. Yep, here. Today better than yesterday, and tomorrow better than today. Never complain, never explain, just show up and do your best. Choose your heart. Stop consuming and start creating. Faith over fear. Discipline over distraction. Purpose over comfort. Apart from Christ, I am nothing. Today is a gift from God, and I will not waste it. I'm called to be the light of the world and impact the world around me. Be the light, impact the room, point to Christ. I don't need more motivation, I need more obedience. I don't want to be successful without being faithful. My discipline is part of my testimony. The life the life I live should point people to Christ. Show up even when you don't feel like it. Show up even when you don't feel like it. Don't chase comfort, chase calling. Create more than you consume. That's repeated, but it's important. Build the life you kept praying for. Excellence is worship when the heart is surrendered. Excellence is worship. Think about, bro, being excellent at something, being excellent at anything, it's a worship to the Lord. Because you're not doing, there's a passage in the Bible that talks about like how you're supposed to do things as unto the Lord and not to men. You know? So when you're being excellent, when you're doing things excellently, you're worshiping God. I was not called to fit in. I was called to stand with Christ. Do the hard things now so you can do the hard things now so your future self can thank you. Live in a way that makes people curious about God. I'm not just here to exist, I'm here to reflect Christ. These are things and topics that I have to think about and be reminded of every day. You know, every day I need to be reminded that today I'm going to be better than yesterday. And tomorrow I want to be better than today. And that's how you build. That's how you become great, you know? It's about showing up when you don't feel like showing up. It's about having discipline. It's about having a plan. It's about having a goal, about having a purpose. And our purpose, and my purpose as a Christian, is to reflect Jesus to the world around me, you know? And whenever I say I want to be the best in the world, you know, it sounds crazy, it sounds too big, it sounds impossible. But it is not. You know why? You want to know why? Because one, I'm here, I'm 25 years old, and I've lived and I've been to like so many different countries, so many different places in the world. You know, I've been all over Europe. I haven't been to England, but that's okay. I don't really want to. I've been all over America, you know, visited a bunch of states. And for the past 6 years, I've been in Missouri, the state of Missouri. This is a small state. It's like 5 million, 6 million people. My city has 22 million. The city I first went to, Sedalia, Missouri, it was a 25,000. It had 25,000 population. That was the population of the city, 25,000. I am able to impact the people around me. I'm able to impact the world around me. And I learned that whenever I went to a small town. Because the people you see every day, that's the people who you're going to see every day. That's the people who God put in your life for you to impact them. You know? When I came to Columbia, Missouri, I already had that perspective. And when I came here, mind you, I had no idea what Mizzou was. I had no idea what Mizzou football is or Mizzou basketball. I had no idea that they were a big deal. Like, I just came and I was like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do, you know? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to win a national championship. In fact, I found a journal and a prayer book that I had 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this exact same date, I came to Columbia. Not exactly, but I was about to. I was about to come in the fall for school in soccer. And 4 years later, I feel like I peaked here. I feel like I've done everything that I could. I feel like I impacted the life of people around me. I said that in my first video. But I feel like I reached the ceiling. I feel like there's nowhere for me to go here. Nowhere for me to grow. I feel like people here are very comfortable with where they're at. They're not striving for anything. They're just trying to live, you know, their life and not really care about the world. They're worried about football. They're worried about, you know, basketball. They're worried about golf. You know, they're worried about life-work balance. And they don't have the drive to be great. They don't have the necessity to be great. You know, for me, bro, I'm either gonna be the best in the world at anything that I want to do, or like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. You know, to me, trying to be the best trying to be the best version of myself, trying to be the best that I can be every day, trying to push towards my goals, trying to chase my dreams, trying to take risks and like do the things I want to do and build a dream for a dream life that I have. Like it's like all I've always known how to do, you know? I always knew how to work hard and try to be the best in whatever it is that I'm doing. That's it. That's, you know, that's life. To me, that's life. I don't know how to live any other way. Now, I'm gonna say, am I the smartest guy in the world? No, I'm not. Am I the strongest guy in the world? No, I'm not. Am I the best drummer in the world? No. But if there was a ranking, I would be climbing it. And that's how I look at it, you know? I might not be the best in the world yet, but if there's a ranking, I'm climbing that ranking. I'm gonna use this right here to share a fun fact about me. I used to play FIFA a lot, you know. I played FIFA since 2015. FIFA 15 was my first FIFA. I played Ultimate Team, and I just played that game non-stop, bro. I was like addicted to that game. And wow. I played all throughout, you know, college too. So from 15 until I was like about 21, 22. Did I play FIFA 23? Maybe. I don't really remember playing that much. But then they added girls to the game, and I was just not gonna play, you know, Ultimate Team with men and women. That's a long story. Anyways, and then College Football 25 came out, and they have Mizzou. Mizzou is the SEC team. It's an NCAA Division I team here in the SEC, which is the best conference in college sports. Yeah, you might say, oh no, it's not. It's Big Ten. No, it's not. SEC, goated. And I was like, dang, they have the stadium. I drive through the stadium every day, bro. The Faroe Field. And I was like, dang, I want to play this game. I had never, ever played a football video game in my life. I had never, ever played one single minute of Madden or any other game. So I was horrible at that game. I was so bad. And all I'd play, it's online. I can only play online games, bro. That's the only way I can have fun is if I'm beating someone else online. And I started playing that game. I was horrible. I was so bad. I would lose every game. And like for the first, I don't know, 50, 60 games, I'd throw like an interception, and then the guy would score, and then I'd quit. And I was like, dang, bro. Like if I'm gonna quit, I might as well just stay the whole game. So I remember losing a game like 80 to 0. It was 70. It was like 78 to 0, bro, and I never quit that game. And I was trying, bro. And that was in the beginning. That was my probably my first week of playing the game. And at that moment, I knew I was going to be great. I knew it. I was like, bro, like I'm just trying to get better every snap. I was like, okay, let me just, you know, worry about the marginal improvements here, and you know, worry about getting the first down, worry about getting, you know, a couple yards, and then I'd throw an interception. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, let me play defense now. Let me learn how to play defense. You know, let me mess around with like these different formations, nickel, 3-3, or double mug. You know, those defenses, and I would watch videos on YouTube, and I would try to get better. And there was on like the top right corner, there was my ranking number. I remember it was probably like 50,000, like 50,000 in the country at the time on the regs, College Football 25. And I was like, I'm gonna be top 1,000. I was horrible at that game. I was so bad. But I was like, I'm gonna be top 1,000. You know what I did? I didn't have a job, by the way, or a girlfriend, or anything going for me, really. But it was fun. Like, I was having fun, you know? And I said, I'm going to be top 1,000. So I started playing, I started improving, and I started climbing the ranks. And then I got to the top 10,000. From 50,000 to the top 10,000 player in the country, that's pretty good. So I kept playing. And at a certain point, I would like win like 60% of my games, right? And I developed, I made a phrase, you know, and it's inspired by John Jones whenever he was fighting Daniel Cormier. He said, "You will lose this fight, Daniel Cormier, and I want you to believe that. Every ounce of effort you put into this fight, it's going to be a waste of your time." And, well, based on that phrase, I wrote a card, I wrote a little card, right? And on the card it was saying, I will be top 1,000, right? I will be top 1,000. And on this bottom part here, it would read, you will lose this game. And I want you to believe that. Every ounce of effort you put into this game is going to be a waste of your time. Quitting now and quitting late fourth quarter is the same thing. So you might as well do it now. And I would read that to my opponents. I would read that to them. Every time there was a negative play for them or a positive play for me, I would read that to them. And why? Why would you do that? Like, that's so mean, blah, blah, blah. Why would you do that to your opponents? Because all they know how to do is talk trash and say the N-word. That's all they knew how to do, bro. They'd say like, oh, N-word, N-word, N-word. You're an N-word, N-word. And I'm like, you will lose this game. And I want you to believe that. Every ounce of effort you put into this game is going to be a waste of your time. Quitting now and quitting late fourth quarter is the same thing. So you might as well do it now. And I would just repeat that over and over and over and over again. And, I mean, I got to the top 1,000. I did it, you know? I got to the top 1,000 and then I got banned. EA Sports banned me because they said I was cheating on the game. I had a point on that game. I had a point in the college football 25 that I would literally not lose a single. I was like on a 30 win streak, bro. 30 games win streak, not losing like a single game on the regs, and they banned me. And I was like, what the heck, bro? Like, why would you ban me? And I was like top 927 or something. And and then by the time I was on the top 1,000, I crossed 1-0 and it was top 100. So I was chasing the top 100. Right? And then what did I do? What do you think I did? Put down in the comments. Pause the video. What do you think I did? No, I'm joking. I just created a different account. Because at that point, I was like, okay, I'm good at this game. I'm not going to lose anymore. You know, I'm not going to be easy to beat. If you're in a game with me, it's going to be hell. If you're competing against me, I'm going to give you the worst time of your life. And I'm going to repeat the same thing over and over and over again until you quit, until I break your spirit, until I take your soul. That sounds crazy. Created a different account, started playing. That was college football 2025. And then college football 2026. I was determined to be top 100. I was determined to be top 100. You know? By the way, I had over 2,000 hours in college football 25. Over 2,000 hours. Let's put that into perspective into days, by the way. 2,000 divided by 24. That's 83 days. 365 divided by 83. No. 83. 83 times 4. That's 1/4 of my year. 83 days of my year, 2025, I was playing college football 25. Anyways, college football 26, I was determined to be on the top 100. I was just like, this game, I'm gonna be in the top 100. I don't care. So I started playing Ultimate Team. in my old account. And I also created the other account I created was called SEC Brazil.
On a rainy morning in
Um,
why not try to go to this coffee?
I created an account called SEC Brazil, and I have an account on Instagram too, where I posted like one, I posted one highlight from this game. Oh, another fun fact, I beat Ed Reed. Ed Reed apparently is like a Hall of Famer, and I beat him. And I also beat Malik Thomas, who's a basketball player for Arkansas. And then I also beat like a wide receiver for Miami on that game. So yeah, it just felt so good. I made Ed Reed quit the game. I had Mizzou, he had Boise State. I made him quit. I made him quit the game, bro. Anyways, college football 26 comes around and I start playing. And the reality is I had a girlfriend and I have a job, at the time I didn't have a job, but I had a girlfriend, which is almost like the same thing. And I did my best, but it was like too time consuming, and I wanted to do other things with my life, And then I realized that I got, by the way, my best position on the College Football 26 Ultimate Team ranked mode was 123. So I got up to the top 123 spot, and like I realized that the guys that played that game, they just have years of experience. They have years of experience. Like the same way I played FIFA 15 since I was 15 years old, those guys probably play Madden and other football games since they were 15 years old. So it was like really not worth it to chase that top 100, because the reality is I know I could have gotten there, but at the same time I was like, dude, I just want to go do something else. So I sold my PS5 and now I'm making a YouTube video. That's it. And I'm gonna be one of the best in the world at anything that I do. One day, whoa, calm down. One day I think I'll go back to this video. Maybe not. Hopefully. Hey, Mateus. 35-year-old Mateus. 35-year-old Mateus, bro. Dude. You got this, man. Just keep going. Just keep going every day. You know what you have to do every day? Better than yesterday. Today better than yesterday. Tomorrow better than today. Okay? You got that? I'm going to read it one more time to you. Mateus of the future. Today better than yesterday. Tomorrow better than today. Never complain. Never explain. Just show up and do your best. Alright? Choose your hard. Life is going to be hard anyways. There's one here. I'm going to read to you. You should be reminded of that. Here. Wait, give me a second, bro. Dude, what the heck? Here. Here. Choose your hard. Being disciplined is hard. Being lazy is hard. Building something is hard. Living with regret is hard. Choose your hard, Mateus. Okay? Stop consuming and start creating. Stop consuming, start creating. Unless you're watching this video, Mateus of the future, it's fine. You can keep watching. Faith over fear, discipline over distraction, purpose over comfort. Apart from Christ, you're nothing. Apart from Christ, you're nothing, Mateus. Today is a gift from God. Don't waste it. He believes in you. You should impact the world around you. Mateus, you should impact the world around you. If you're watching this video and you're not me, you should impact the world around you too. You don't need motivation. You need more obedience. Be obedient to the Lord. Just obey the Lord, bro. You got your Bible? You do. I know you do. You got your Bible, bro. Obey the Lord. Read this right here. Read the Bible, bro. Read it. Read it. Read your Bible. Obey this book right here. Just go through it. Read it and be like, all right, yeah, yep, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Just do it, bro. Ah, man. This was Coffee Chats. I hope you enjoyed. Emma Chamberlain, by the way, you're my inspiration. That's another person that I'm inspired by, even though it doesn't seem like it. Emma Chamberlain, you're my hero. You're one of my heroes. Jesus Christ is my ultimate hero. But Emma, you're my hero too. Okay, that was kind of crazy. Emma, you're not my hero. You're just someone I admire. Jesus Christ is my hero. This is so crazy. Alright, take care. Bye. Yeah.